Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be talking about the top 10 trending ColourPop products in China. So you guys know I've been doing this new series on my channel where I'm talking about trending products in China brand by brand. So I've done e.l.f. Cosmetics and I've also done Too Faced. So I do have a playlist on that. I'll leave it down below. I'll also leave it in the cards as well if you guys want to check that out. But today we are going to be talking about ColourPop, and as you guys may know, if you know me, I'm your ColourPop girl. For this video, it was really easy for me to do. I didn't need to purchase any new products because I literally already had it. That's just my collection. That's my makeup collection. My makeup collection is pretty much half ColourPop and half is everything else. So I definitely can do a part 2 for ColourPop. So let me know what you guys think about today's video and I can do that for you guys. But today, these are the top 10 products that I saw on xiaohongshu, which is a little red book, which is kind of like Pinterest, but also you can sell products on there as well. It's just a social media platform. When you type in ColourPop, these are the top 10 products that will pop up. Obviously, there are some other products that were in the top 10, but I just didn't have on me. So these are the top 10 that I do own, if that makes sense. So with that really long intro being said and done, let's just go ahead and hop right into the video. Alright, so starting straight from the top, when you type in ColourPop on little red, this is the first product that will pop up. It's the Jelly Mud Shadow in the shade Keep It Crisp. The Jelly Mud Shadows, they are a really nice formula because they have a lot of duochrome shift to it and it's very high shine, very metallic, and you just get such amazing payoff. Like, look at that opacity and shine, that duochrome flip, and for this price point it's so amazing for it. The only thing with the Jelly Mud Shadows is that yes, because of the formula and texture, it definitely can dry out a bit quicker, but I'm sure if you add Duraline or something you could possibly revive it, but that would probably be the only con about these. My one's a little bit dried up. When I'm swatching it, it does look a little bit patchy, but if you are getting a fresh one, then obviously these are beautiful. And then the second product we have, it's a Lippy Stick in the shade Cami. It's a matte X finish, and this one took me by surprise just because of the shade. I didn't really think this was a shade that maybe they would like. It is a beautiful shade nonetheless, but it's like a berry mauve, and on me personally, I don't like it against my skin tone. It's just, I don't know, the color's just not me, but I didn't really think this would be like a trending color. I thought they would like something a little bit maybe more like brown, not something so like purple and berry. But I believe Cami, just like on the Western market, is a pretty popular shade from ColourPop. I remember this shade being one of their first, I believe. I'm not too sure, but it is a pretty shade, just not my vibe, and I kind of wasn't really expecting to see this. I can see the formula, why, but the color, I'm like, oh, okay, interesting. And again, this is just from like the research I've done. Like, I can't even read Chinese when I go on Little Red, so I'm just kind of screenshotting whatever I see that comes on the top listed. So yeah, take it with a grain of salt, honestly. But you know, there is a lot of likes and saves on these products, so that's where all of this information is coming from. But the next product, I feel like I have seen it on TikTok, and this product has been posted a lot on Little Red, so I feel like this one is pretty popular, but I don't think it's available anymore because it was from their holiday collection last year. So it is their loose powder highlighter in the shade In the Groove, and I'm not one that loves like a loose glitter. I think they're really pretty, but I would just prefer like a pressed powder, honestly. And again, I can see why they love this because it is very high shine, it's very metallic. They just love the glitters, they love the sparkle, they love the metallic high shine. So this is very impactful. So it has like a metallic base, but because it's a loose highlighter, it has little sparkles in there, which is really pretty. So I did use it on my eyes today. I also used it on my nose highlight too, which I will just retouch. And like, I'm pretty sure you guys can see it from where you are, right? Like that nose highlight there is just really pretty. It's a really pretty shade, and I can totally see why. Like, you see a lot of micro sparkles, and I'm sure under lighting that would really reflect it. And it also has just like a really wet glossy look underneath lighting. So if you're out at night, that reflection, that sparkle will look so pretty. Adding on to more sparkle, we have a Super Shock shadow. This one as well, I saw a lot of posts about this specific Super Shock. So it's in the shade Ladybird, and it's an ultra glitter finish. And this one is like a super reflective silvery with a slight like rose gold undertone to it, but it's a really nice like glitter topper. That reflect is just crazy, right? Like look at all of those sparkles. The Super Shock shadows are pretty popular on Little Red, I feel. I've seen a lot of people repost multiple shades, but I feel like this Ladybird shade, a lot of people have been reposting it on its own. But next up we have an eyeshadow palette, and I feel like this palette got the most likes and saves on the Little Red. Like this one I feel like did really go kind of viral, and the reason why I got this palette is because I saw this exact photo, and it is the eyeshadow quad in Dare to Bare. I know a lot of you guys love it, you guys know I love it, I mentioned it many times in favorites and videos. It's just an all matte quad that just has your basic neutrals. Like it's such a basic palette, but basic palettes is sometimes what you need in your collection. Like we might buy all of these colorful shadows, but when it comes to day to day, like what are you wearing, right? And this is just a really nice quad, especially if you don't want too many palettes and you're more invested in glitters and metallics. This will just be a really great base to have. So you get your highlight, your transition, your midtone, your darker tone for eyeliner, for deepening. It's just a good basic quad, and I'm sure there's many palettes like this out there, but ColourPop's formula is, you know, one of my favorites. And just from my observation, you know, scrolling through Redbook and just seeing a lot of makeup looks and stuff like that, I really do feel like they lean more towards cool tone rather than warm tone, whereas in like Western makeup, you know, I know there's people that love cool tone, don't get me wrong, but I feel like the general vibe, everybody is just like, I love my warm tones, and me included. But I feel like over there they like more neutral, more cooler leaning colors, so I can see why this one is trending. I mean, I love it. And next we have a ultra glossy lip. This is in the shade Flying Horses. This is a nice like mauvey, your lips but better type of color. I am wearing it on my lips, but I am wearing it on top of another lip color, and it's just a really nice mid-tone berry mauve. Very, very pretty. This one does have a brush tip applicator, which I know a lot of people don't like, but I personally love a brush tip. But yeah, the ultra glossy lip formula, you guys know it's a classic. It's a really nice gloss. It's not sticky, but it's not like ultra shiny. It's like a really good everyday type of gloss. Like it's just perfect, really, and the color is really nice. I would wear this color alone. Like you could wear it with lip liner, but it has a bit of opacity to it where you don't necessarily have to wear it on top of something. And next up we do have their heart-shaped blushes, which again, you guys know I love. They do have a few shades, and I've seen a lot of posts about these heart-shaped blushes because again, the packaging is really cute, but I've seen a lot of posts about all of them. But this specific shade, Flirt Alert, the mauve packaging, I feel like has had its own solo time, its own solo post. And again, the mauve theme, the mauve cool tone theme, it's what I currently have on my cheeks right now. I honestly haven't used a ColourPop blush in a while, and I am obsessed again. Like, am obsessed again. This is such a pretty like mauve blush. It's super matte, which it gives a really like soft blurring effect to your skin as well. So it has like a hint of like a purpley undertone. I think it's perfect for more cooler neutral looks, or any looks in general really. And then next up we have another lip product. So this one is from one of my favorite formulas from ColourPop. It is their glowing lip. This is in the shade Museum Date, which is a shade that I actually haven't used a lot just because it's a little bit darker, but again, I can see why. It's like a terracotta brown, and definitely right now in China, brown glosses is all the rage. This kind of like is more of a warmer take. It has a bit more orange in it, but it'll be really perfect for fall. And the glowing lip formula is just my favorite. You guys know it's a hybrid between a lipstick where you get the pigmentation, but you also get an aspect of a lip balm where it's very hydrating and nourishing, and it does have a bit of a shine, but you get that pigment. So it's like the best of both worlds. You get the pigment, but your lips are not going to be dry. And next up we have another eyeshadow palette, one of my favorite palettes from ColourPop. It is the That's Taupe palette. This is my go-to cool tone palette whenever I want to do a cool tone look. I'm either going for That's Taupe or Dare to Bare. Like, either or. It's gonna be one of these two for sure. But That's Taupe is just beautiful. Like, they came out with Going Coconuts, which was their like neutral cooler tone palette, and I personally did not like Going Coconuts. I might give it a redemption and take it out again and see how I like it, but I just love that taupe. That taupe is what I wanted Going Coconuts to be for me. You get your transitions, a highlight, the mid-tones, the dark brown to do your eyeliner, to deepen out your eye look, and the metallics are really high shine, very soft and metallic, and you get a range. So for me, this palette is just perfect from ratio to formula to finishes to dip. I love that taupe, and again, I can see why this one is trending, because to me personally, this is ColourPop's best cool tone palette. If you're not a quad person, that this is too small or matte, not my vibe, go for that taupe. That taupe will have everything you would need. You wouldn't need to reach for anything else. And finally, onto the 10th product, we have another blush. This one is in the shade Coast to Coast, which is another blush that I actually really love. I did add this into my project pan at one point, so you know I really liked it. And I feel like when I see my favorite products in here and products I've recommended to you guys, it kind of just gives me a little bit of a confident boost. It's like, you do know what you're talking about. You know, like sometimes, not sometimes, a lot of the times I do get in my head, I'm like, do I really deserve this channel and this platform? I just have imposter syndrome all the time. So to see that other people like, I'm like, okay, maybe you do know what you're talking about. I definitely can do a part 2 for ColourPop because I do have a lot of their products and there are definitely a lot of products that I saw on Little Red. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you think about the products I mentioned today. Are any of these your favorites? Let me know down below in the comments. I'll have everything linked down below. Those are affiliate links, so I do earn a small commission. And also with ColourPop, I do have an affiliate code too. If you would like to save a bit of money, it's 10% off with my code JUDY at checkout. So yeah guys, with that being said, that does conclude today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Again, I always have so much fun filming these videos. It's my new favorite series to film. Let me know what you guys want to see next, but I think next will be Catrice. I am working on that video now. I'm testing out some products, wearing one of their products on my face right now actually too. So yeah, probably Catrice next, but let me know what you guys want to see in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching as always. I love you, and I'll go ahead and see you guys in my next video. Bye.